Hey guys, so I just finished recording a kind of like health video for YouTube, and I figured since I am all dressed up and not slumming it, I would just try to get this story time out of the way. So one thing you guys should know about me is I absolutely hate being alone when a repairman or somebody has to come to the house. Even somebody like dropping something off that I have to sign for, I hate it. I don't answer the doors when I'm alone. I really bad anxiety, and I can't do that stuff. But our heat was off a little while ago and it was cold, and we had to have a heater guy come in and fill up the heat and stuff like that. So we couldn't really schedule it around when my fiance was gonna be home, so I was stuck, you know, having to suck it up and just deal with it because it was cold, and I had to. So of course the most like weird, awkwardest thing would happen to me when I don't even like dealing with people by myself. So first off, the heater guy called me and was like, oh, I'm on my way, you know, I'll be there in 10 or 15 minutes and stuff like that. It's like, cool, yeah, I'm home, blah, blah, blah. He called my phone again and he was like, so I'm here, there's not a car in the driveway, I just wanted to make sure somebody was home and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm home, there's no car in our driveway right now, but I am here. And he's like, all right, cool, I'll be in a minute. And like 15 minutes goes by and he's not inside yet. I get a call back and he told me he was in front of the wrong house. Yeah, I don't know, it was just weird. Anyways, he ended up showing up a few minutes later, and he came in, and I obviously have a dog who gets very nosy, so he was locked upstairs in our bedroom to keep him away from the guy when the guy came in. So the guy came in, and obviously my dog's going crazy in the bedroom upstairs and he's barking and everything, and the heater guy actually had to come upstairs because that's where our heat is, it's in the roof. So this guy, you know, he says hi and stuff like this, and he was just standing there talking, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll show you where the heat is and stuff like that. So he comes upstairs and he's doing his thing, and I let my dog out of the bedroom, and my dog was acting pretty good, just smelling him, and the guy's like, oh, well, I like dogs, don't worry about it and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I'll just let my dog run around. So this guy, I go back downstairs, and this guy is up here doing what he's doing with the heat and stuff like that. And he came down a few minutes later, and my dog's obviously like sniffing him, and he's petting my dog and stuff like that. And then it just started getting weird. Like, this guy had already done what he was supposed to have like been doing and stuff, and I had the Real Housewives of Orange County, I think it was, playing on the TV downstairs. And I normally watch that stuff if, you know, I'm bored, and obviously I was bored, I was waiting for him, and so I just love the drama in it and stuff, but I don't watch it religiously. So this guy is standing there next to me, and he's talking about the show. He's like talking about this lady using her name and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, okay. And then I told him, I was like, well, I don't really watch this show, you know, it's just playing and I watch it sometimes. And he's like, oh, well, the blonde lady on there is really hot. And I'm like, okay, like, yeah, she's pretty. And it was just weird. So he keeps talking about her, you know, she's hot and stuff like that. And then my dog starts sniffing him and stuff, and it was so awkward because, you know, when you're like, if you have a dog and your dog like tries to sniff someone somewhere that they shouldn't be sniffing. Anyways, my dog did that, and when he did that, this guy like pushed my dog back. And so my dog immediately started growling, and from that point on, he did not like this guy anymore. And then, like, my dog was so worked up that he started peeing on the floor right between us, like, right around us and stuff. And he's peeing all over the floor, and I'm like, oh my god, this is awkward, like, oh, why me? So I get the Swiffer out, and I'm trying to clean it up and stuff. And I only had socks on, I didn't have shoes on, and this guy's like, well, here, look, because I got some paper towels too, and he's like, here, let me help it out. You don't want to get it on your cute socks or something like that. And I was like, hey, yeah. So he's helping me clean up my dog's pee, which was just weird. Anyway, so that situation is all done and over with, and we're standing there, and it's just kind of quiet and like awkward, but then he's like talking about random stuff, and he's standing there watching my TV, and like, I'm like, okay, well, blah, blah. Like, I just kept saying things to kind of cue, like, oh, so are you done? Like, you're good now, thank you, stuff like that. And he just wasn't taking the hint. He stood there and he just kept talking to me and just talking about the Desperate Housewives, and it was just so weird. Like, I just wanted him to leave. I wanted to be done with this. Like, I was so anxious waiting for him, and gosh, thinking about it just Just drives me nuts. But like I said, from then on, my dog didn't want anything to do with him, so he kept trying to play with my dog. My dog, I'm like, Bear, where, my dog's name's Bear. I was like, Bear, where's your toy? Because I'm like, well, if he wants to stand here, you know, he can play with my dog and it'll like make things less awkward. So my dog's looking for his toy and I was like, Bear, I think your toy's upstairs. And this guy, he's standing on like the bottom of the steps and he's like, come on, let's go find your toy. And he goes to start walking up the stairs and I'm like, oh no, I don't know exactly where it is. It's fine. Like, he's gonna walk upstairs in my house to go look for my dog's toy. Like, no, that's weird. So yeah, it was just really awkward, and we just continued standing there, and he just kept saying like just random stuff, little conversation, talking about like where he's from and stuff like that. And I was trying to be so short with my responses. I'm a nice person. I don't want to be like, can you get out of my house now? But it was just really awkward. And for those of you guys who don't like dealing with people that you don't know alone, especially since I'm in a new state now, I don't know anybody around here. It was just so awkward, so weird. And it happened to me on the one time I was forced to deal with somebody by myself. So I just figured I would share that little story time with you guys, and maybe you guys got some humor out of that. You know, my dog peeing all over the place right in front of us and stuff like that. If you guys have had similar experiences, please leave them in the comments, because it'd be funny to read through that stuff and not feel alone about my hatred for being alone when strangers come into my home. So yeah, guys, I will try to do another story time soon. I have a Buffalo Wild Wings story time coming up, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, so until next time, guys, bye. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm almost to my 1,000 mark, and I am totally excited about that.